even though the wind is going that way, the fire's still moving that way. So I'm gonna do what I can.
Let me go, let me say everything is not okay. Can't recognize you anymore. Nothing's like it was before. Oh, 'cause I can understand you.
No, I just can't put it out. Yeah, obviously that was probably gonna be the way it happened, but I'm gonna just try this one load of pine here. It just seems that it's too late. It's already caught the ends and I can't move the big trees. You know, it's not really a big deal, and Fijians act like it's not a big deal, but guys, this is 600 or 1,000 bucks here, and I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to make sure that my uncle can get that money. I mean, this is crazy, and this is what, you know, we've always been told for a long time, that you can't just set fires. Guys, you know what? I think typically, as you know, in Fiji, it's a very passive culture. But look, I was here before. I was pretty passive about doing something about this because I thought that the fire was going to stop. It didn't. Now I've called the fire department, and you guys watching may think, oh, that's a bit overreacting. I mean, if this is my pine that I harvested off of my lease, which is just on the other side of this hill, and it was just sitting there, I would hope that somebody would take some responsibility for it. And so I just called the fire department. Hopefully they're on their way. We'll see what happens. But here's a call coming in. I'll take this. Hello. So like I said, I called the fire department. They just showed up. Actually, my uncle who lives in the village with us works for the fire department. So they're gonna go take care of this, and hopefully that's that. But guys, you can't just be lighting fires, man. Because this is money. This is actually real money just sitting here waiting to be loaded. So it's unfortunate, but hopefully they can get it out quickly and back to normal.
Hi, we're John and Steph, and these are our sons Aliki and Sevanaya. Our family lived and still runs a small business in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Our family has a dream, so we sold our stuff and packed our bags. We moved to a village in Fiji to start a new business venture. We are WakaFamily.
What is up, everybody? Today takes us just outside of Mombasa. We are just visiting some of our new friends who have a company that they produce noni juice. So for those of you who have not heard of noni, that is a noni tree over there, and they have, looks like they have like a big plantation. Anyways, we just got here, so they have prepared a delicious meal for us. So I'm about to go inside and have some delicious food. And so yeah, I don't know what to expect. We just came out here to say hi, meet them. They're gonna show us around the operation, and we'll show it to you guys. So let's go inside, have some food, and then we'll see where the day takes us. This has been one of the coolest parts of being in Fiji, is just meeting new people, making cool connections. And so we appreciate you guys for following along, and we'll show you guys more and more every single time. So let's go inside. This is really cool. This is a container house. And there's two containers. There's one behind me, and then there's one over there. So, interesting idea. They shipped all their stuff here from Korea in the containers, and then they turned the container into a house, and then they just joined the containers together with obviously a ceiling and stuff. But it's cool because the containers are also like the supporting walls for all the rafters and everything. So really innovative idea. I like it. I like it. It's pretty cool. And it's a beautiful house. So Steph is just talking about how everything in her garden is chaotic, but this is kind of what we're used to seeing in Canada actually, is like kind of like raised garden beds. So actually this family, this Korean couple, they never gardened in their life. They actually came from Korea. They were tofu makers, and they just finished building this container house in January, and yeah, this is their first time gardening, and like look how successful they are. So they learned everything from YouTube. So I'm not saying that's the best way, I'm just saying if you want to learn something, there's a way to learn it, and look at everything that they're growing here. It's pretty cool and also inspiring. So it's pretty cool. On each of their farms, they actually have a pond. And so, well, these ponds are just like water collection tanks, basically, or open reservoirs, like you'd see in a town or a city. Their water source here comes from up on that mountain. And they have fish, actually. You probably won't be able to see them, but there's some fish in here. You can kind of see those darker spots over there. But basically, you know, if the fish start dying, well, then you know that you have a contamination problem inside your water. So fish is just like basically a safety net mechanism, so you keep an eye on the fish. They look healthy while your water's gonna be decent, and then that gets pumped up into the tank and then down to the house there. So it's actually a really good idea, and you can see the size of this reservoir. I mean, this is, you know, probably a couple million liters or something, and yeah, just a really cool idea. I think a lot of us are used to, especially in Fiji, just pumping into a tank, probably even not even that size, but at least with this you have some backup. And if you have farm below, like they were telling me, this water will leach down into the ground and then, you know, provide water for whatever is downhill from it. So my uncle is a real expert when it comes to farming and yeah, doing a lot of these things. So he was the one who's kind of giving us some tips on how to be planting these. So I just learned actually, and he taught the guys behind me that, so this is basically, for those of you who've planted like potatoes before, I guess, it's kind of similar to how you plant yam, but these ones they're really big, so you cut them up into, you know, quarters or fifths or something like that. And then this is the top, and you need to make sure that when you plant it, my uncle said, you plant it with the top of the yam. This is where the sprout would come out, I guess, the vine, and that's the bottom. And so you want to plant it the way that it got pulled out, and you don't want to plant it in the ground with the open side facing up. You want to plant it with the open side facing down. So, because he said you can do it this way, but then you get a lot of small yams. If you do it this way with the top up, you'll get one, but it'll be one really big, really healthy. That'll get you the most value. So interesting things that we're learning out here. Things I didn't know, things that are, these are the small tricks, because you could go through and you could plant 1,000 or 1,500 yams this way, and your profits might be reduced by 40 or 50% because you didn't do it the right way. You still have something, but just not as much. So yeah, hope for the best, and we'll take his advice because I know nothing. So to those of you watching the video who might have planted yam, how do you plant it? Do you think this is the right way? I don't know. Let us know. Comment below. And if there's any other tips that you guys have, drop them in, because I will actually use them. I go through the comments, I read everything, you guys see me replying. So comment below if you have an idea when it comes to yam, when it comes to crossing, you know, mixing the yam, planting it with yangona in this hot climate, because it's not like some side where it rains all the time. That's a really, really wet part of Fiji. So here it's really dry, so we have to kind of come up with a solution to plant it where it can be protected from the sun in the early stages of its life, and then it's okay after that. So any tips for farmers who don't know anything, this guy, drop them below, let me know.